End round 3, the Germans bought a couple infantry on Germany, 3 on southern France, 1 on France, and 3 tanks in Romania, and a few subs in C-Zone 112. They attacked western Ukraine, eastern Poland, or not eastern Poland, and moved their navy within reach of Egypt. Gonna try and take that this round. Round 4, I mean. And they moved everyone from eastern Poland to Bessarabia and moved all their tanks from Germany to Romania. So they've got 16 tanks on Romania at the moment. Gonna take Ukraine, possibly western as well, maybe eastern Poland. And for the Russians, bought a few infantry in Leningrad, some infantry, artillery, and a tank in Moscow, and 2 infantry in Stalingrad. Nothing else for the Russians. The Americans bought a tactical, a couple infantry, a couple artillery, and a fighter. They also declared war on the Axis so they could get more money this round. For the British, bought a destroyer, a sub in C-Zone 110, and bought a couple tanks and an artillery in Persia. Moved their bomber to Persia from Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, and moved their transport from C-Zone 72 to 71. That would be all for them. The Italians bought a transport, a couple infantry, a couple artillery, and 3 mechanized infantry. They took Transjordan and moved a bunch of infantry, artillery, and a mech into Alexandria. And they also took back Poland that the Russians took from the Germans, and moved Yugoslavia to Romania. The French moved their navy to 91, and moved French to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. And that's about it for round 3. End round 4, the Germans bought 6 infantry on Germany, 2 subs in C-Zone 113, 3 tanks in Romania, and they moved everyone from France and southern France to northern Italy. They took western Ukraine and Ukraine. They took back Poland from the Russians, but lost Hungary to them. Didn't see that crack in the line, but should be able to take that back. Took Egypt from the British, and that's all for them. The Russians bought a bunch of infantry, a couple tanks, and an artillery on Germany, and 1 tank in Leningrad, and just pulled everyone back to Moscow. That's about it for the Russians. The Americans bought 2 destroyers, 4 subs, 2 transports, and a tank. They landed in Gibraltar, took that from the Italians, and moved their navy down to the C-Zone right off the coast there. And for the British, they bought 3 tanks in Persia and a minor industrial complex in West India. They took Iraq from the Axis neutrals, and that's about it for them. Oh, they also took Morocco, but the Italians were able to take that back to block the Americans from coming in, causing too much trouble. The Italians bought 2 transports, an infantry, artillery, and 2 mechanized infantry. They attacked Hungary, but then retreated to Romania because they had some infantry there that attacked, but they wanted to be in Romania. They also took Anglo-Egyptian Sudan from Great Britain and took out the French destroyer in C-Zone 81 with a cruiser and a fighter. And that's all for the Italians. And the French haven't sent their orders yet, but they've only got 2 destroyers, or a destroyer and a cruiser that can really move, and maybe an infantry. So, just gonna go ahead with Germany now.